Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today we're going to be talking about a fragrance that I think doesn't get enough attention and is underrated in this house, and that is Bentley for Men Azure. Alright, so Bentley for Men Azure was released from the house of Bentley in the year 2014. It is an eau de toilette concentration, and you can pick this up for about $30 nowadays on discounters. I grabbed this from Fragrance Buy. I grabbed most of my fragrances from Fragrance Buy. They have a huge selection, great prices, great shipping, great customer service, all that jazz. I have a coupon code down below. Save yourself $5 off your first order. Go check it out. Coupon code down below. Now, in terms of presentation, this is the classic Bentley for Men style bottle, which I really enjoy. I love the shape of this bottle. Nice quality, nice thick glass to it. Has this beautiful gradient here that really suits this fragrance, which is very ozonic, aquatic style fragrance. So that vibe is really going with that gradient. Typical Bentley for Men style cap, nice thick metal cap to it. And it does have that really nice Bentley for Men atomizer on it. So a nice wide, long spray. And the fragrance is just underrated in my opinion. Not enough people talk about this. Not enough people give this enough love. There's lots of great fragrances that come from the house of Bentley, the Bentley for Men line specifically. Really great fragrances in that line, but a lot of people sleep on this one. This one doesn't get talked about enough. In fact, some people kind of crap on this one, and I don't see why. It just has this beautiful opening of this violet, this pineapple, and this citrus. It's a very ozonic style fragrance, so it's got this crispness to it, this freshness to it, this clean edge to it, and it just mixes with this herbaceous medley of like lavender and clary sage with like a hint of a green tea note, which kind of adds to that kind of watery aquatic vibe to it. Lovely mix of those herbaceous notes, lovely mix of that citrus and that violet, but what really does it for me is this pimento note that punches through. It's this Mediterranean spice that punches through that herbaceous notes, some of that citrus, and it just livens things right up. It really elevates that kind of ozonic nature to it. It really makes everything a lot crisper, a lot fresher, a lot cleaner with this one. As this dries down, a little bit of like cashmere wood comes through and a little bit of tonka, just to add like not even a sweetness to it, but just to kind of round out some of those citruses and some of those spices that are in this to make it even like fresher and more aquatic and that cleanness to it. So I think it's just a lovely scent profile. I think all those notes mixing together, it's very well blended, and there's nothing quite like Bentley Azure in my collection. There's that pimento note really elevates this one to kind of a league of its own in terms of scent profiles. It doesn't smell like anything else I have in my collection or anything I've really smelled before. And I absolutely love it. I think it's just a perfect combination of notes. It's very unique in that sense. It's not overly complex. It's a fairly linear scent. It doesn't transition a whole lot as it goes from the opening down to the dry down, but it's just a nice profile of those notes, and I really, really enjoy it. So if that sounds like something that you're really into, Bentley for Men might be something you want to get your nose on. Now, in terms of performance, Bentley for Men Azure is an average performer. I get about 6, maybe 8 hours if I get it on my clothing. So for a summer freshie in the high heat is when I usually wear this. It performs about average for what you would expect for a summer freshie. In terms of projection, again, it's a summer freshie and it'll push out a little bit, but it's not a beast mode room filler. You're not gonna, unless you absolutely bathe in this stuff, you're not gonna be choking people out with your fragrance if you put this on typical 4 to 5 sprays. You get about an arm's length for a good hour, hour and a half, and then it does settle down a little bit closer to the skin. But like I said, it is on your skin for about 6 hours before it really starts to fade away. Clothing, again, maybe about 8 hours. So performance for a summer freshie does fairly well, but it is average overall. There's nothing too spectacular about its performance, but it doesn't matter to me because the scent is just so good, and 6 hours, I'll take it. Now, in terms of when and where, like I said, this is a summer fragrance. The aquatics, that ozonic freshness, the crispness to it, it just smacks of summer. This is just a summer fragrance, and through, that's when you should be wearing it. You could try it out in the colder months. I don't think it's gonna push through the cold. Again, with that citrus, some of those herbaceous notes, I don't think it'll fare well in the colder times. The heat, this is where it shines. It absolutely shines in the heat. I know when I wore this the other day, it was super hot outside, and it just was, I could just get wafts of this as I was walking through the heat, and it was just so refreshing and so clean. On those drenching hot days, this is just like a breath of fresh air in terms of how ozonic and citrusy and spicy it is. So definitely a high heat style fragrance. That's where I'd be wearing it. In terms of like situations, I think you could just wear this casually. You can dress this up. I think this is more of kind of a mature fragrance. Not to say that younger people can't wear this. I think I'm of the opinion that no matter what age you are, you wear whatever fragrance you like, whether you're very, on the older side and you wear very sweet fragrances, or you're on the younger side and you want to wear kind of more, mature fragrances. Doesn't matter, whatever fragrance you want to wear, you enjoy, you wear it. But as a whole, this doesn't have a lot of sweetness to it, doesn't have that youthful vibe, but it does have a very modern vibe. This isn't kind of a dated fragrance by any means, but it is a more mature fragrance in that sense. So I think kind of the 30 plus crowd, maybe the 40 plus crowd would really enjoy this because of that ozonic nature, that little bit of spice and that kind of masculine edge to it. I think that's very well suited. But like I said, you can wear this casually. You can go to just an afternoon lunch, hanging out with friends, running some errands. But I also think you could dress this up. I think you can go for evening cocktails. I think you can go for a nice dinner. And I think this would work in all of those situations. So if it's the summertime and you're kind of the age group where you're looking for something a little bit more on the mature side, but still modern, you can pull this off on pretty much any occasion, in my opinion. So overall, if you can't tell, I am a big fan of Bentley for Men Azure. I think this is a very unique fragrance. I think Bentley for Men, the line as a whole, makes awesome fragrances, and I would include this one as one of those awesome fragrances. Like I said, I don't think people give this as much love as they should, enough attention as they should. Great summer fragrance, that ozonic, aquatic, fresh, clean, with that little bit of spice, just makes this a very unique fragrance that kind of stands apart from everything in the Bentley line and a lot of things in my own collection here. So if you think that would be something you'd like to try out, I definitely think you should get your nose on this. For the price point of $30, you can't really beat it, and it is a Bentley, so you're getting some quality. So definitely go check this out. FragranceBuy.ca is where I picked this up. Coupon code down below, and that is Bentley for Men Azure. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.